United States of America, 2014. State, Colorado. Producer, operator and director, Mike Golden. All the critters in this movie being filmed within 3-4 miles from our house in Buena Vista. All these animals are like pets to us. We feed them, pet them, like them. Hopefully, you will like them as well. And if you think about it, it's really amazing that you could see so many critters literally from the porch of your house. And that astonishes me the most. It's middle of April, but our hummingbirds are already here. This little fluffy fellow's name is Pete. Pete been with us for about 5 seasons now. 2,000-mile flight, which took him probably about a week, and he's here in Buena Vista from hot and stinking Mexico. Pete is nice, friendly, and simply beautiful. We'll have to feed him at will. Whew! Looks like he got plenty of food. Now he can just relax. In fact, he doesn't need much. The size of this beautiful fluffiness, just a little over a quarter. But Pete is not the only one whom we've seen for the 5th season now. From the other side of the river, also for 5 years. Every morning from October through April, the wild turkeys fly more impressively than eagles. Turkeys gobble gobble like crazy and land right next to my feet, because they know the food is coming. This season we have 56 of them, but 5 years ago there were only 12. And that's what happens when they eat at will and drink as much as they'd like. It is pretty costly to feed these big birds. They each weigh about 20 pounds, and altogether they easily eat 2 big bags of bird food per day. After a big breakfast, the turkey is usually very happy. Now it's time to play and see who is the boss. When they had just about enough, the males become fluff balls and the females think, man, those guys are cool. Well, I guess. Meanwhile, it's always the sharing of the territory. Get out of here, the quicker the better, you little turkey thing. It is getting late, however. Time to fly back on the other side of the river to big spruces, which always is a very good shelter. Well, so long, my furry friends. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll have more food for you. Know this, though. Wild turkey only fly about 15 seconds per day. Trust me, it took me a long time to get this footage. Our owl's name is Margaret. She's a little groggy in the daytime. This season, Margaret's got 3 kids. It's a little too many. Usually, she has 1 or 2, so to feed them may be a problem. But never give up, never surrender. Margaret does everything to feed her kids at will. She brings rabbits, squirrels, whatever could make her kids, Tom, Ken and Jim, bigger, stronger and fluffier. Fair enough. 2 months later, they look huge and extremely healthy. Good job, but Margaret is very tired. Rarely she comes back to the nest just to see how her babies could crawl on the trees. As far as the flying goes, too early. But that's okay. Hopefully, Tom, Ken and Jim will be very good parents very shortly. Our long-horned Coloradian deer's name is Steven. Steven has 2 brothers, Benjamin and Joshua. Both of them live all year long right in the middle of Buena Vista. They have nothing to do but chew up on the grass. And this is Bob, long-haired King's Mountain hamster. Bob also likes to chew up on the grass and lay down in the shade. He's kind of a couch potato, doesn't want to do much. Yet, in case of emergency, better go back home, and quickly. Our red fox we named Cindy. Cindy is always in top 4 and best physical shape ever. If you think about it, there is plenty of exercise all over the place. Around our house, but sometimes even inside the house, we have at least 250 or maybe 300 all kind of different hamsters. Small, big, fluffy, bold, you name it. Whenever they see us, they run from all over the place to get some food. And that is no problem. We'll feed him and feed him and feed him, and then we'll pat him and pat him and pat him. When you look at such a critter, all that comes to mind, yes, this is the hamster. Our cat Uffin is also very curious. What's the thing? Let me touch it. Let me see what it is. It's pretty interesting. Most of the time, Ufin doesn't pay much attention to those little critters. Pretty cute, that's true. But in some cases, even cat's patience comes to an end.
I'm gonna hang up my spurs and my saddle. I'm gonna drink my coffee from a mug. Ain't gonna wrap my arms around no doggy's neck. A pretty senorita is the only thing I'll bet.
Lately, the hamsters become so well trained and so well behaved that you could pet them at will. Oh yeah, just give them enough food, will you?
Saddle boy and dance the night away where the sun goes down. All right, Jason.
This is our muskrat, Isabella. Isabella usually pretty wet and pretty in general. But for any casual observer, will be obvious that Isabella is just beautiful. That's of course, if you're much into muskrats. And that is Isabella's husband, Boris. He might be grumpy at times, but he is a good husband. This little tiny bat my wife found right behind the electrical switch. We don't have a name for her, but if we did, that would be a job. Right now, she is partially asleep, but when the evening time comes, I'm sure she'll be glad to try out the flying thing. And yeah, let's do it! You are a bat, aren't you? Bill is our osprey. He is a fish hunter. There are very few ospreys in Buena Vista area, yet Bill is our neighbor, and we are proud of it. Like any normal osprey, Bill's got a wife and a kids, who are beneath the wife in the nest. In order to keep the wife and the kids happy, he has to catch the fish or two. Hopefully, he will succeed today. But the most amazing thing about Bill and Bill's family, they don't speak English at all. They just speak Austrian. Can you speak Austrian? If you go just a little up into the mountains, you will find there the hamsters who look alike to our home ones, yet they're very different. Their willpower beyond abyss of expectations. You never can tell what they want, what they do, and what they will perform. That's why we call them free spirit hamsters. Speaking differently, the hamsters who don't afraid of cruel reality. Everybody, please say salute to free spirit hamsters and wish them live happy life. We have a little pond right next to our house, and in the pond lives Lucy, our cutthroat trout, and Lucy really likes to swim. Every year at end of May, we have at least 250 hummingbirds. And man, they are noisy. But we don't mind this noise at all. The beauty of these little fluff balls is impeccable. It takes about 8 gallons of syrup which we prepare for them each week. But that doesn't bother us either. Those little things are such beauties that we really don't mind feeding them as much as it takes. And this you do not see every day. A little woodpecker doesn't want to share, even though it's a lots and lots of food. He wants to scare the hamster away. Finally, the scary dance worked. Now, let's eat. Our mountain goat's name is Sebastian. Sebastian lives in such places everybody would envy. But if I were you, I wouldn't envy him too much. Sebastian's life is pretty rough. You have to dig out the food and you have to take care of the whole huge family. Oh yeah, the family is big and the food is chewy. Yes, around our house in Buena Vista, Colorado, it is a lot of beautiful critters. There is no such thing as to pick the best or the favorite one. They all equally great. Thank you God for creating those beautiful things. And while they are alive and happy, I feel alive and happy as well.
Dum.